Hello, it's Seth from Chatthing here, and today I'm really excited to show you a new feature that I think lots of you are going to find super useful, and it is called display modes. So, as it stands previously with Chatthing, you can ask your agent questions and you get text answers. The agent can include some basic forms of media in its responses, like images and videos and that sort of thing, but it couldn't really go much further than that. So in this little demo that we've got here, we've got a agent that is in a real estate context, and it can give you search results for houses. So I'll just show you how that works now before display modes. So show me some free bed houses, and it's going to go off. It's going to go and use a power up and then bring back some search results, which you can see it's putting out now. So it kind of gives you the text overview, the price, location, description, and then an image here. And then you just get this very long response with all of these houses, which is fine, but there is potentially a nicer way of sort of displaying this kind of content when you have long lists of individual items like this. And that is where display modes come in. So what you can now do on any power up is you can choose a display mode, and as you will see here, we've got a few different types. So we've got cards, we've got charts, we've got maps, we've got mermaid diagrams, and we've got tables. And what this does is it basically allows you to force a power up to display in a different way to the standard text rendering. So in this use case, let's just switch it to cards, and then there's a few other options. We'll just skip over these. And then you can basically explain to the agent how you want it to display these results as cards. So we can say, show the property, image, price, and a short description with a link to the property. And we can save that. And now if I was to come back, in here, we'll just start a new chat and we'll ask the same thing again. We should now see, oops, a little slow, that when this power up finishes, we are going to get some nice cards instead of the text-based result that we had previously. So look at that, you've got this nice horizontal scrollable list of items now. And then you can still ask follow-up questions on them like you would have before, and so on. So you can kind of see how this could be useful if you're displaying products or properties like this, anything that sort of is a discrete item. That's really nice. So in addition to cards, as I mentioned, we've got a map display mode, which will, there's not an example on here. Oh yeah, here we go. Which will allow you to output a map with locations on it and information. So again, you know, this could be quite useful in this situation to sort of show where properties are on a map. We've got a table display mode that will output data in a table. You know, again, that could be useful depending on what kind of information you're displaying. You could have a list of the properties and their prices here. We've got graphs, so your agent can now render graphs on the fly as well, which is potentially useful if you're using it for like internal tools such as you know, show me the MRR for my product over the last 10 months or whatever. And then also we've got mermaid diagrams. So mermaid is a special language that lets your agents create diagrams like flow diagrams, pie charts, like all sorts of different things. Basically, and could probably be very useful in an educational setting if you're trying to teach a subject or see how some kind of workflow pieces together. That could be really useful. So you can add these display modes to individual power-ups that you've already got. So when you're doing that, you're kind of forcing that power-up to then display its content differently. But then you can actually also add them as a power-up themselves. And what this allows them to do is to essentially on the fly turn other data that might not have come from a power up into one of these items. So, you know, you might have data in your data sources already that you want to display as cards and that sort of thing. You don't want to use a specific power up call, and then you can just add the add one of these display mode power ups like this. I'll just quickly show you how to do it. So let's add the table one like this to the bot. Display a table, render results in table. You can update those if you need to, but now if I was to say something like, can you show me these in a table? You will see it's now using the display table power up to output them in a table. So hopefully you can see how powerful this is going to be. It just gives your bot a sort of a few more tools in its belt of how it can sort of display information in a user-friendly way. In the future, we'll probably be adding more of these display modes. This is just the start. If you've got any cool ideas for any that we're missing at the moment, let us know. But yeah, excited to see what you build with this. Thanks.